We also missed out on MaxPax versus Creator in ESL Americas. We're here in the quarterfinals, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our Danish Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player representing Storm Gaming from the land of Poland. It is Gerald. See in chat, Spanish intro, go. Este sound, papi, este sound. Ay, ay, ay. One day the Spanish intro will come back. The problem is that if you remember, we mainly did Spanish intros when casting Latin American events, but the Latin American events aren't here anymore. For those that were maybe watching the CranKy Ducklings back in 2019, 2020, 2021, we used to cast Latin American events on a weekly basis. We would cast events like Sentimiento Latino, we would cast events like Copa Hyperion, La Espira, El Prisma as well. There were a lot of Spanish tournaments back in the day. Unfortunately, that isn't the case anymore, and that's also why we got like a really big Latin American community. We had a big Latin American fan base, and we had some close ties with, you know, Anki and Jaime, Jim Rising, Demon Swap, Romsley, all the Spanish casters. And yeah, we're all good friends, but nowadays a lot of those Latin American events have fallen by the wayside. They're not around anymore. So RIP Spanish intro. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Good times though, good times. As we are getting into our openers, and Gerald's opening up with a proxy, by the way. Now, MaxPax does scout, does confirm that the pylon is missing. He knows that the pylon is somewhere. Knows that it's not at least at home. We can see that it's proxied, and we're going for a proxy gateway across the map. Gerald setting up for a one-base all-in. We can see MaxPax did go for a Zealot first. It's going to be a gate expand here from MaxPax. Of course it is. Going for a second Gas Geyser. It's going to be a Stargate first from our red Protoss player. Now with this initial Stargate, we should be going for an Oracle followed by a Void Ray. Going into a little bit of a delayed expand here for MaxPax. Now the downside is that specifically on Golden Aura, there's no wall. There's no wall here at the natural, which means the natural base is quite exposed. All-ins can hit that much harder. And we'll see if MaxPax can survive this. Depth has arrived. Probe going to be shut down. MaxPax is expanding. And I expected a fourth gateway with this for Gerald, but so far only 3. Is pushing, does catch the Adept. Gerald's going to be warping in back at home. Warp gate is still not quite done. Still in the way. And we do get across the map quite quickly here. Applying some pressure to the shield battery. Let's take some hits. So far, good control out of Gerald. Oracle's on the way, as we mentioned. Oracle is revealed. There's the follow-up Void Ray. Again, the Void Ray has a pretty pivotal role here to defend for MaxPax. Will keep us alive. And Gerald is expanding. Doesn't really make use of that third gateway. Okay. So this is going to be quite a delayed expansion for Gerald. Oracle does get eyes on this. There's a shield battery in the main. We do get one probe kill. Oh! Won't get much more done. As Gerald does reinforce, there we go, warping in 2 Stalkers at a time. And can he still break MaxPax here? We already have a shield battery. We have an overcharge as well. Probes are falling back at home. Gerald does have quite a substantial Stalker lead. 6 Stalkers to 2. But with 2 shield batteries, I don't know if I believe. We are wasting a lot of energy here. Gerald behind this is making probes and reinforcing. It's a very interesting build here by Gerald. It's like it's like halfway between an all-in and like a standard game. it's like half in. He's half in, Bobby. He's half in. It's crazy. But still committed. So he does poke forward. Additional Void Rays on the way. We have a Twilight Council behind this for Blink. The Oracle does confirm. Does see everything. We're going for the Void Rays. Ooh, we can 3-shot, but the Void Ray does survive. We do punish Gerald here. You can see the trades. MaxPax not losing a single unit so far. Oracle from behind. Going for the stasis. Gerald's up. Does react in time. Ooh. 4 probes do get caught though. And Gerald, he does turn around. He races back home. MaxPax with a massive economic lead. The aggression of Gerald just did not pay for itself. Forced out additional Void Rays, but I'm sure MaxPax is content. MaxPax has faster blink. The higher worker count can now take a third. Hasn't gotten eyes on the proxy, but is looking, is checking. Is aware that something is amiss. But everything is Latin American, if only. Gerald, he is going to be caught out here in the center of the map. That's going to be going down. Proxy has been found. And MaxPax now is defense turning into an offense. Do we have any shield batteries? We have one. Just out finishing. Ooh, prismatic alignment is activated by MaxPax. Does want to make use of it. But is he overextending? Nah, we're good. We're going to be able to back off. Gerald does not have blink. He cannot punish this. Speaking of, MaxPax can punish Gerald. Catching a Stalker. So we do see Gerald trying to establish a third. He is moving out as well. But Gerald has a lot of catching up to do here. I mean, there's plenty of ways to bounce back in PvP, whether it's with Dark Templar, whether it's with Disruptors, Adept Harass, outpositioning your opponent with Mass Stalker. There are ways. It is not going to be easy. Especially with MaxPax pushing. He's just not giving his opponent any time to breathe here. We catch some workers. The stasis pops up. Catch 5 workers here at the natural. MaxPax moving in. Because Mac alignment is activated. We do pick up some of these Void Rays. But Stalkers are falling. MaxPax, a little bit of Stalkers aren't actually engaging though. That was not the best fight for him. Good concave here from Gerald. The concave was solid. But alas, there's only so much that he can do as MaxPax overwhelms the army. We're down to 4 Stalkers, down to 3. Shield battery is targeted. We blink on forward, we chase down what little is left, and GG gets called. MaxPax takes game number 1. GG, an interesting build by Gerald there in that last game. It was kind of weird. We went for a proxy 3rd gateway, so it was 3 gateways. We had a very delayed natural, and yeah, I don't know. It was a half all in. it was weird. He was half in, Papi. It was, yeah, not too committed, but likewise his economy was delayed quite heavily as a result, and it felt like basically what was happening was Gerald was hoping that because he wasn't committed, then MaxPax would have maybe a false sense of security and maybe be too greedy. But MaxPax was playing very safe. Very safe play to MaxPax. Gerald was unable to catch him off guard, and with that, MaxPax takes the game. And now we find ourselves in game 2. MaxPax has a lead. We'll see if Gerald can bounce back. We have seen Gerald pop off in PvP. I want to believe that he can bring it back here as we're loading in to Oceanborn. We are loading in. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our Polish Protoss player, our red Protoss, representing Storm Gaming as they are teammates. It is Gerald. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. Spawning, bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have his teammate, the blue Protoss player from the land of Denmark, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. MaxPax once again going for a gate expand. We should be taking 2 gases here. We'll see how greedy MaxPax wants to be. If we stay on a lower gas count, then MaxPax can take a faster natural base. But I'm not too sure if MaxPax even needs to cut corners like that, as the probe scout is moving out. Meanwhile, Gerald likewise opening up back at home, going for a 2-gate opener. Ooh, and MaxPax staying on 1 gas, by the way. There's a 2-gate opener by Gerald. MaxPax with only 1 gas geyser. We can go for a faster expansion. We can be greedy. Yeah, there it is. This is arguably the greediest build you can go for in PvP. Nexus has been thrown down. Now, the reason why I say this build from MaxPax is different to what we saw in Game 1. In Game 1, MaxPax, if you remember, he went for a 2nd gas, he went for a Cybercore first, went for a Stargate, then he went for the expansion. Here, much faster, much more greedy. There's no safety Stargate, there's no Oracle, there's no Void Ray yet. We're getting there. We should be following this up with a Stargate, but it's going to be far later. And Gerald should commit with an all-in, should attempt to punish this. Pylon gets thrown down, and Gateway as well. So far we have a 3-gate setup. No Robo, by the way. Interesting. Is Gerald going to go for the same build? Is he going to go half in? Against the greed of MaxPax. I'm hoping that we commit a little bit harder. There's that Stargate. Stargate on the low ground. It's going to be for the Oracle, for the Void Ray. There we go. We have a 4th Gateway on the way, so it's going to be a 4-gate, 1-base all-in from Gerald. Now, we have seen this break MaxPax in the past. We have seen this work, but MaxPax, he scouts! He scouts, he confirms, he gets eyes on the proxy location. And he's getting ready. Shield batteries on the way. Stalkers are moving out. And MaxPax can respond to this with a defensive robo as well, to go through Mortals and Void Rays. For now, the first Void Ray is in production. We have our first Stalker as well. Shield battery is done. We have the overcharge. And we're going for a Forge. Okay. Now with the Forge, we gain access to cannons. Basically, static defense. Shield batteries and cannons to defend for MaxPax. Just because MaxPax has limited production. Warp Gate was delayed for the Stargate. So we need those cannons. Meanwhile, we can see Gerald reinforcing. Pushing forward. Remember, there is no blink. These are vanilla Stalkers. They cannot dive on MaxPax. There's the first cannon on the way. 2nd cannon now in production. Again, there is no blink. There's no way to avoid this and going to the main, for example. No robo for Warp Prisms. And Gerald does have quite a lead here when it comes to Stalkers. He's got 10 Stalkers. Ooh, down to 9. Gets a volley off, but very crisp control out of MaxPax. Does avoid the Stalker shots. Let's pull back. The Gateway taking a lot of hits, but we don't care about the Gateway. Not anymore. It's about the Void Rays. It's about those Void Rays. We have a backup Gateway in the main. It's about to finish. Across the map, MaxPax does go for a pylon block, making sure that Gerald cannot expand. Adept, they throw Initiate into the main, and they commit! Boys are being pulled, probes are going down. Good damage dealt there by Gerald. Getting 4 probes, getting 5, and even more. At the same time, though, we don't push in with the Stalkers. MaxPax able to deal with 1 problem at a time. Stalkers, they now push in. Ooh, they get a cannon. MaxPax still has the economic advantage despite losing 9 probes. Still ahead. Cannons being rebuilt. We have 4 shield batteries set up. And now 4 Void Rays, soon to be 5. Cybercore's going to take a lot of damage. We do throw down the Robo just in time, but Epsay Shaded once again. The Adepts are doing well. They're putting in the work. Probes are going down. Not bad here from Gerald, but the problem is that he has not touched the Void Ray counts. That's the problem. We have 4 now, 5 Void Rays. Not a single Void Ray has fallen so far, and we're hitting critical mass. It's going to be so difficult to break this. I don't know if we can. We do snipe 1 Void Ray, thankfully. We do get 1. But really, we're just buying time here for Immortal production. Whatever is done, Immortal's going to be on the way. There it is on the production tab. Bring down a cannon. Once again, clean movement there by MaxPax. Not taking any additional shots. Of course, the defensive warp in. We're back up to 5 voids. Immortals coming out. And the longer this goes on, the worse it is for Gerald. Do shade in once again with the Adepts. I mean, they're keeping him in this game. These Adepts have been the MVPs for Gerald. They got so much more damage done here. 5 probes, 6 probes go down. But unable to gain any ground at the same time. Now we're on 6 Void Rays. Jesus. Oh god, yeah, we can force it back. Honestly, I think we can fight outside of range of the shield battery at this point. MaxPax, he thinks about it. Pulls back for now. I'm sure he wants to hold on to the overcharge, or hold on to the prismatic alignment, I mean. Now we're up to 2 Immortals. Getting another Stalker. We're down to 15 Stalkers. You can see MaxPax being much more confident moving out. Forces an early shade. Catches an Adept. And he has control of the proxy location. Gateway goes down. Geralt can no longer reinforce. 1 Adept does shade in, but it's only 1 Adept. We're not going to get near enough damage. We have Blink on the way behind this for Geralt, but it's so late! It's so delayed. Meanwhile, MaxPax working with 6 Void Rays, 3 Immortals, plus 1 is on the way. Twilight Council for our own Blink. Ooh, and MaxPax instead of, I mean, I do like this actually. MaxPax doesn't need these Void Rays back at home, not anymore. With 3 Immortals, he can hold. So we're going for a big counterattack. We're going for the Nexus. We're going for the main base of Geralt. Geralt, he should have realized, hold up, where were the Void Rays? Didn't spot them at the natural. I mean, they could be chilling in the main, but we know better. We see them moving out towards the main base of Geralt. Now we can recall. Void Rays are revealed. Stalkers are racing back home. The Twilight Council! We're going for the pylons instead. We get 1. We go for the Stalker as well. 2nd pylon, and now, oh, not quite the 3rd. Twilight Council and Blink will finish. But this does supply block Geralt. MaxPax rotating around. Working on his own Blink. Working on his own 3rd. As Geralt is just now taking his natural. Geralt trying to catch out these Void Rays. Oh! Doesn't quite catch them though. Yeah, the Immortals on the low ground. Yeah, and MaxPax he's pushing. Ooh. We're down to 11 Stalkers. Down to 11. We do have Force Fields that will help. That doesn't really affect the Void Race is the problem. Yeah, the Immortals, they stutter step forward. They focus down the Stalkers. Boys are being pulled, but there's just not enough here on the ground. Not enough for Gerald. GG gets called, and MaxPax will take the series at 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here, as MaxPax will take it in the end. Again, game 1 was shaky. Here in game 2, I feel like we had a little bit more purpose for Gerald. He was a little bit more decisive, which was good and all, and we saw a lot of damage dealt by the Adepts, but at the same time, unfortunately, as the Adepts were doing damage, we weren't able to find any other... We weren't able to gain ground anywhere else. It did seem like Gerald was mainly focusing on the Adept control whenever he was harassing. As a result, his main army was left idle. As a result, MaxPax was able to always deal with it, then focus back on his natural defense and be secure. Be safe and secure. Was very careful, of course, with his Void Ray control, and yeah, MaxPax was able to eventually break out and snowball out of control. GG, well played. MaxPax does take it, and with that, we have our semifinals. Earlier, we casted Hero Marine take down Mana. Now we just saw MaxPax take down Gerald, and now we have our semis. MaxPax versus Big Gabe coming up next in a PvT. Let's go, let's go.